Hey everyone, it's Rebecca with linkinglewiscounty.com, and on today's episode of Hear All About It, we have the event co-chair for Relay for Life, Caree Turck, here to talk about your event on Friday, September 17th. So you're event co-chair. What are your responsibilities going into that?
Just helping our committee stay organized, planning our meetings, and making sure that all the things that need to be done are done between Elizabeth Porter, myself, and then Don Bossert from the American Cancer Society, who actually works for them. Just making sure we have everything lined up and organized so that the event can be going on like it has been for the last 20-some years here in Lewis County.
Okay, and we should mention, normally you said that the event takes place in June.
Yes.
But this year, due to COVID restrictions, you've moved it to September. Okay, and that's Friday the 17th, and what is the time frame for that?
We start at 6 o'clock that evening. We'll kick off the event with a parade of our teams. We have about 11 teams, I believe, registered online right now, and so we get to walk around the track and just kind of be recognized amongst each other and any community members and survivors that are there. And then we do our opening ceremonies with our survivor lap to really get out and recognize all of our local survivors that we have right here in Lewis County, because people always think, oh, Lewis County is a small place, but when you come to an event, you realize how many purple shirts there are out there on that track, which is what our survivors typically wear at the event.
Right. I've never attended Relay for Life, but I've heard a lot of people say it's a very emotional, can be an emotional evening. And this is, we talked earlier, the culmination of a year's worth or calendar's year's worth of fundraisers for these teams.
Yes.
What are the different ways that they're raising money throughout the year?
There's teams that do like those lottery calendars, and there's a team that does a trap shoot, and my team, our biggest event is a softball tournament that we hold in the summertime, and we do some paddle auctions. There's still the typical bake sales and chicken barbecues and garage sales. Teams are pretty, the typical standard things, and then there's some creative things that our Lewis County teams do as well.
Okay. You mentioned also that at the event this year, there's going to be food vendors?
Yes. We have some food trucks, and then in the dairy building, the Dairy Princess will be selling ice cream. And then teams have some like the snacky kind of things like popcorn or fried dough or just those little baked goods that the people are always looking for as they're walking around throughout the event.
Okay. And what are the hours of the event again?
We start at 6 o'clock that evening, and our closing ceremonies will be around 11:30 that night.
Okay. And is there any kind of, so this is open to the public, it's not just, only come if you're a survivor or a team member. This is open to the public to purchase food from the vendors, walk around. It's on the Fairgrounds, correct? And what kind of participation do you think you'll get this year?
We're hoping that people are ready to come back out. Last year we were only able to do a drive-through luminary ceremony for due to COVID, which was better than having no event at all, but it was just so different. And I've heard comments from a lot of people that they're excited to be back in person holding an event, just to see people have a chance to recognize and honor our survivors, as well as remember all those that we've lost. And we do that through our luminary ceremony at about 10 o'clock that night, where the bags all line the track, and we get to take a lap slowly and just see all the bags lit. And it's an experience you said you haven't had. It's definitely worth coming for someone that has never been before.
Yes.
And that's something that really attracts people, that they want to be there to see that, especially people that have purchased bags for their loved ones, because you want to find your bag.
Sure. So how can you purchase a bag?
You can go to our Relay for Life Facebook page. There's information there, as well as our website, and there's some information there. We'll have them available at the event as well.
Okay. That's a great idea. I didn't realize. So you can even go and purchase a bag, and it's kind of like a tribute to a family member or friend that you've personally lost.
Yes.
Because I can imagine there isn't too many of us that haven't been touched by this disease.
And the luminaries are for our survivors as well, not just those we've lost.
Okay, great. Do the funds, does 100% go to Relay for Life, or how does that get distributed?
It goes to the American Cancer Society, and then they have their scale of things for, all the different things that they do. Research is one of the biggest things that they do, and a few years ago we had an honorary chair who was a child, and the parents had said that the medication that child had taken was one that was discovered by one of their scientists. So that was kind of cool to have that local connection.
Wow, that's amazing. You also mentioned that you have an auction coming up possibly in November.
Yes, our auction that typically takes place in May, where all the teams come together and work together for a fundraiser at the Fairgrounds, is looking to be held in November this year at the Elks Club.
Okay, and what items will be there? Do you know? Like, is it donated by businesses or people making baskets or all of the above?
Yep, and homemade crafts. We have a lot of those
Okay.
things too. Everything's new. Lots and lots of baskets and gift certificates. Those are usually big ticket items, and we're thinking this, with a November event, anything that might be a Christmas present.
Right, exactly.
People are thinking that.
We all need help with that.
Yeah.
Right. So, okay, so to wrap things up, is there anything else you think we should cover besides time of the event, Friday, September 17th, at what time?
We start at 6 p.m. with the parade.
Okay, and it ends at?
11:30 is the closing ceremony, so somewhere around midnight.
Okay, and you said there's a Facebook page,
Yes.
Relay for Life Facebook page, and that's where they would find the times, do the luminary bags, but they could also do it on the grounds that night.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Anything else?
Not that I can think of.
You think we covered it all? All right.
Probably so much more, but
Right. But you'll be there the night of the 17th to answer any questions that anyone has. And
Yep.
we hope you have a good turnout. It's an excellent cause.
thanks.
Thanks for stopping by.